Regarding the sequel, in order to make the vast world you enjoyed exploring in the original game even more impressive, the team is working hard on its development. The team is working hard on its development. The team is working hard on its development.
You see? 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 Alright folks, what's up? First and foremost, no, the sequel to Breath of the Wild is not cancelled, and I want to make that clear to begin with, as recently across both Twitter and various news articles, I've seen a lot of headlines along the lines of Breath of the Wild 2 cancelled? Is the sequel to 2017's Breath of the Wild cancelled? Developers drop sequel to Breath of the Wild, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark, question mark? And similar ludicrous titles, but hey, that's the nature of the news sometimes. Unfortunately, this has caused some confusion across the Zelda community, and it's all to do with the upcoming prequel spin-off to Breath of the Wild, Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. This confusion is more so with the non-hardcores, which is not a bad thing by the way. It just sucks that there is some confusion being spread around solely by titles, and no, this is not a dig at any writer or publication that posted about this. I've also seen the question pop up in totally unrelated circumstances, like my comments section, so it appears to be a confusion for various reasons. With some being confused as to, is this instead of Breath of the Wild 2, or separate? So I thought that as the Hyrule gamer, that I should try to clear up this confusion, and also give some of my insight as to when the game might release, the connection to Age of Calamity, and maybe some other thoughts. Be sure to go grab yourself a delicious snack or drink, and send them in on social media to get them featured right here. And let's get into the video. So, as I mentioned at the beginning, no, the Breath of the Wild sequel, currently dubbed as Breath of the Wild 2, is not cancelled. In fact, the developers of the game literally said in recent events that development was going well, so all the cancelled titles are kinda clickbait, I'd say. Mainly because it's misleading. Don't get me wrong, clickbait isn't actually a bad thing, if done honestly. The term has just become known to be a bad thing due to false advertisement and thumbnails and titles. But if someone is enticing a viewer with bait to click on that's actually A, true, and B, in their content, then that's totally fine. It's an honest enticement. It's words like cancelled that kinda get misleading if you ask me, as not everyone actually clicks on said video or news article, resulting in them going away with just the knowledge that it could be or is cancelled, which is so far from the truth. When Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity was announced out of the blue, there was 2 videos uploaded by Nintendo on the official Nintendo YouTube channel. The initial trailer and a developer's message with the trailer, 2 separate videos. In that short message, series producer IG Aonuma said that this spin-off prequel to Breath of the Wild is to keep us excited, and that the already announced to be in development sequel was going well, and that they just need more time before they can show more of it off. That there.
The team is working hard on its development.
What is there that gives off cancelled? You can't tell me all of those news videos and articles didn't know about this video. Pretty much everyone covering the topic knew. I don't know, personally it doesn't sit right with me being that kind of misleading, but maybe I'm misunderstanding their intentions, and if I am, I apologise. Now that we have the main confusion cleared up, let's talk about how this prequel could tie into the sequel. The whole era of Breath of the Wild started with us playing out in a world 100 years after a catastrophic demolition of the kingdom. We are told the story of what happened 100 years ago through memory flashbacks and stories, kind of giving us the initial impression that there would not be a prequel, but the way that the game ended oh so teased a sequel. The game literally ends with Zelda reporting an issue and taking initiative to check it out. Zelda games tend to end on a princess and Hyrule is saved. Happy days, end of story. But Breath of the Wild leaves it on a cliffhanger. The sequel was inevitable, and judging off the way it's going, I get the feeling the sequel is going to be something very special. We never had any indication that a prequel would happen. In fact, the DLCs for Breath of the Wild gave that impression, so it was already kind of checked off that we wouldn't be getting it, and then Nintendo just announced it. Personally, I believe that this spin-off prequel title will have a very small tie-in to the sequel. I think it's going to provide a bit of backstory going into the sequel. For example, I get the impression that now that Princess Zelda and Link are reunited, they'll have a lot of time to go over and inspect stuff from 100 years ago, investigate ruins from the past, recover relics lost during the Calamity, and various tasks involving the past of Hyrule. Of course, this won't be the focus of the sequel, but I feel like the past will be brought up a lot, giving this prequel a dual purpose and giving us a better picture of the Calamity and life before the Calamity struck. There will definitely be some tears shed looking back at what once was. All in all, I think it's important to know who to trust. Personally, unless Nintendo themselves say it, I don't believe it's 100% true yet. And this is a very good example of that. If I wasn't in this job and keeping up to date with literally every little piece of Zelda news, I would have been misled with all these titles going around. Breath of the Wild 2 is on the way, and I cannot wait for more coverage on the game and the release of the game itself. Personally, I think that the game will release towards the end of 2021, and that we'll begin to see trailers and showcases in early 2021, and more throughout the year leading up to release. As fans, all we can currently do is be patient, and keep in mind this year has been hard for everyone. We will get our game when it's ready, but until then, let's get hyped for Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Thanks a ton for watching. I hope this video helped to clear up any confusions you or some of your friends and family may have had regarding Age of Calamity and the status of the sequel. A special and heartfelt thank you goes out to all of my wonderful supporters on both Patreon and YouTube. Your generous support allows me to work full time here on YouTube and produce these videos week in, week out, to the best of my ability. If you'd like to help support what I do here on YouTube, then consider supporting me on either Patreon or YouTube. Again, thanks for watching, and until the next time, I've been Hyrule Gamer.